Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Total War Live here on twitch.tv/Total War, as well as Total War Live on YouTube and Total War on Facebook and Twitter. Welcome everyone. Today we're going to check out Achilles because last week you guys really wanted me to play Achilles, so we're going to play Achilles. It's not much more to it. I've sorted out the build today, so that was my B. I definitely should have checked beforehand. But now we are good to go. So, is it off focus again? Damn it. Good enough. So, let's get into it. Actually, I forgot to start my recording. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to redo the intro because I forgot to start recording, and we need to put this up on YouTube eventually, I think. Welcome to another Total War Live. Today we're gonna check out Achilles because you guys really wanted me to check out Achilles. Quick intro, just for YouTube. Good. Yeah, take two. Exactly, B. Vargas. How's it going, everyone? Let me see if I can... Better? Nope, that's worse. Good enough. When I do this, it's not really gonna be noticeable, is it? Hey. Is today a gameplay stream? Yes! Today is a gameplay stream. I don't know about any Amazon's news, unfortunately. That is not a stream, so we're not doing it. So, let's get into a new campaign. So here we have him, Achilles, the man himself, warlord of the Myrmidons. He has a starting difficulty of normal, which compared to Paris of last week, is going to be a nice change. Although I might still die. I got absolutely wrecked. Like 10-12 turns into the game I did just before this. So, Achilles is a fighty boy, is the only way to describe him. He likes to fight and his emotions drive him, and those are the two main driving forces behind our unique mechanics for Achilles. So starting off, we have Living Legend. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a bunch of challengers that claim that Achilles is not as good as he is. He's not the greatest warrior in all the world. And so we're going to have to smack them down because, you know, our boy Achilles has got to be on top. We've also got the second mechanic, which is hot-blooded Achilles, where different emotions will take control of Achilles, and we will get various bonuses depending on which emotion is running him currently. And there are various different ways of getting to the different emotions, but we'll get into that once we get into the game. His recommended playstyle in battle is maneuverability and speed. You want to run around and flank all your enemies as much as possible. Try and get your fast units, and he has some really fast units, all the way around the enemy while your tankier units hold them from the front. As we saw with Paris last week, Achilles is another hero that cannot recruit warlords. He can recruit archers, defenders, fighters, but not warlords. And when we checked out Menelaus the first week, we saw that we could not recruit archers. So the roster of available heroes to recruit for each faction is a little bit limited because that adds a little bit of variety to each faction. English is my second language. Alright, then we can take a look at Achilles' unique faction units. First off, we got the Thessalian Marines. These are fantastic two-handed spear infantry, light, very quick, 55 speed. They're going to be really good at running in, doing some poking, and then running away. Fantastic. 32 charge bonus, and they do extra bonus versus large. which is great if you're coming up against something like chariots or centaurs or something like that. We got some Aeginian runners here, another quick unit. They're a light sword and shield infantry and experts in flanking. So these guys are going to be really good to try and run around and attack your enemy from the back. They've also got a special missile weapon, only 3 ammunition, so they're probably going to run in, throw some spears, and then run away. But they have a pretty good range of 110. And we've got the pelagic Thessalians, very similar to the Thessalian Marines, 200 spear infantry, but they are medium weight class, still very quick, 55 speed, excellent charge, and they've got stock. So they can move hidden in any terrain. Then we got the Myrmidon Swordsmen. They are sword and shield infantry, medium weight class. They are immune to flanking. So if you're coming up against these guys, what you want to do is you want to take your range units, preferably I'd say javelin throwers, javelin men. You want to take those guys and flank with those, because unflankable or immune to flanking does not protect you against ranged attacks to the back. So you want to get your javelin throwers around the back and throw your javelins into the back of the Myrmidon Swordsmen. So that's what we're going to try and avoid today, if we can get to any Myrmidon Swordsmen. I don't think so. They've also got a missile weapon with only 2 ammunition, so again, they're not going to be standing on the back line and doing any damage. It's mostly for running in, doing a little bit extra damage for your first assault. And I got the spear fighting Myrmidons. Spear and shield infantry, medium weight class. They can switch between having a shield and a spear, or switch to having a 2-handed spear, and they are unbreakable. We can see here that they have a lot of traits here. Immune to psychology, unbreakable. They have improved flanking defense, and they can switch over to 2-handed melee. And they also can shoot while moving with their 2 ammunition ranged weapon. And then lastly, we have the Aeginian javelin men. Light class javelin infantry, really fast, 55 speed, and you know, they're swift-footed. These guys are the ones, if you're meeting any flanking resistant unit, these are the guys you want to get around the back and shoot the flanking resistant in the back. Also, just for being Achilles, we have some bonuses to Achilles that are just innate in him. So he's the son of Peleus and Thetis, which grants extra melee attack to all units in Achilles' army when you're attacking. And also, wherever Achilles is, you have a -5% morale of all enemy units wherever he is. So it's really great. So, normal difficulty today. I think we can do it. So let's become a legend. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Alright. Let's wait for that to go away. Sometimes automated stuff is great. Sometimes, you know, hurry up please. There we go. Alright. That was the wrong button. Let's become a legend. Can we see the stats and equipment of Achilles before battle? Yeah, we can look at that.
Oh, swift-footed Achilles, there is only one response to Queen Helen's abduction, and that is war.
Brother, your foolish passion has doomed us.
King Agamemnon of high-walled Mycenae must avenge this insult to his brother. You are the ultimate warrior, king of Thea, and commander of the Myrmidons.
Glory in battle is my God-given fate.
Your ally, King Lycomedes, rules the Isle of Skyros. As a boy, you were sheltered in Lycomedes' court on your father's command. Now you must protect the old king in turn. Heed both threats from enemies like the Elopians and opportunities that come your way through friends such as prosperous King Oileus and his son Ajax the Lesser. The independent Thessalians could be a bulwark for your western flank. Keep your courage, lion-hearted Achilles, for you know well that fortune favors the bold.
Alright, so I'm gonna answer some questions that I saw during the intro. So, someone asked, let's see, Christopher, you asked if the game is out now. No, it is coming out on August 13th, so it's a week away, guys. 1 week more, and then you can play A Total War Saga Troy. Remember, it will be free for 24 hours when it releases on the Epic Game Store. So, even if you're not at home, maybe you're not planning to play it right now, log on to the Epic Game Store, buy the game for $0, and then you have it free forever. You redeem it and you get to keep it forever. So you can redeem it and then, you know, come and play it in 6 months, or you can come and play it in 4 years, or you can play it on day one because it's a great game and I think you should. Do we have to play with mythical units, or can we stick with the classic Total War experience? Sam asks. So it's very unlikely that the AI will pick up any real mythical units like the Minotaur or the Cyclops. However, you can pick them up, and it is a choice. You don't have to recruit any of the mythological units if you don't want to. Some units are on differing levels of mythological level, I'd say. Like the Minotaur, for example, we can check that out right now. If you get your worship or your exaltedness of Zeus all the way up to regal presence, worshipped, you can see here that it unlocks the recruitment of the Minotaur. And that's the only way you can recruit a Minotaur. If you don't want to, if you want to get Zeus up and then don't recruit him, that's fine. Then there are other units like the, I want to say the Harpies. Yeah, I think it's the Harpies, which are more just ranged slingers, which you they're more like a normal unit. They're just a unit of slingers that have the flavor name of Harpies because they come from the island of Lesbos. So it's sort of the truth behind the myth sort of thing. And if you don't want Cyclopses and Minotaurs, you don't have to recruit them. Let's see. There was someone... I've lost the question, but there was someone who asked what my favorite hero is, and I think I want to say Odysseus. It is the hero I've been playing the most, but Odysseus is a lot of fun. Of course, he has his own book, so you know, yeah. Yeah, Gorgons and Centaurs. Yeah, it's all optional if you don't want to recruit that. Gorgons are not a fighting unit, but an agent with some special abilities. Who's the best character to start off with? Ooh, that's a good question. I quite liked Odysseus, so Odysseus maybe. Although his Total War experience is a little bit different, because you're not really conquering your way as much as you would normally. How big is the map? Well, let's zoom all the way out. So this is the map. We've got what is today Greece here, where the Danans lie, and then you've got the coast of the Anatolian region here. Up here we have Troy and Hector and Paris and Aeneas, and down here we have Sarpedon. Odysseus is on, I think, this island here, there. We got Sparta with Menelaus here, Agamemnon is here, Mycenae, yeah. And then, of course, Achilles starts up here in the, not the tippy-top north, but the north. So, here we have him. Achilles. Well, we're gonna check over all of the stuff in just a bit, but I think we're gonna go in for our first battle, and we're gonna auto-resolve this one, just because. Oh, it went very low again. Hang on. So we're gonna auto-resolve this one because I want something to happen, which will help me explain Achilles' Achilles mechanics. It's Achilles mechanics, yeah, not Achilles'. Achilles mechanics. I'm hoping for it at least. So let's auto-resolve this one.
Slaughter them.
We're gonna do a battle just after this. Don't worry. We're not gonna auto-resolve every battle. I'm gonna have to do the next battle. Because I don't think auto-resolve can do it. So, we can see here, we took a fair amount of damage and we even lost our young spears here. They're cheap units, so it's fine. We got a full victory here, so we're gonna pick up the replenishment because 19% is quite nice. There we go. Just some normal pop-ups there. So, let's look over Hot-Blooded Achilles, our first mechanic. So, let me just read this. Achilles is prone to grandiose mood swings that can severely impact those under his command. These bars represent 3 powerful emotions that can sway him: rage, indignation, and grief. So, we can see here that right now, Achilles is proud. And proud has no benefits and no malices. If we were to click on indignant, we can see that if indignant would be the active one, which we would need to move all the way up to 100% here, we would get 30% to all resources, 10% to happiness, but our influence would be reduced, and we would have a harder time making diplomatic agreements. If we want to make sure that he always stays indignant, we can just make sure that he stays in garrisons a lot, or he can stay garrisoned in settlements a lot. That increases his indignancy every turn. Then we have grieving, and we can see that we already got some progress in there. So, when Achilles is grieving, we gain extra favor from the gods, 20% from temples. We gain extra experience to all units per turn. We also get extra favor from priestesses' rituals, but our happiness is reduced faction-wide. If we were to embed a priest in Achilles' army, he would continue getting progress towards grieving. And then we have outraged. When Achilles is outraged, we get plus 40% to melee attack for all units. We get plus 100% to treasures looted after battle. We gain plus 10% casualty replenishment rate of all armies. 25% damage of all units in Achilles' armies. 100% income from raiding, looting, and sacking. But our economy starts to suffer quite badly. If we want to sustain outrage with Achilles, we can just fight a lot of battles. Basically, that's the way we get outrage. So if we go and mouse over grieving here, we can see that there's a lot of ways for us to get grieving progress. So we currently have 5%, and we can see here, I wish I could use my mouse to show you. I was about to use my finger, and it's like, no, that doesn't work. So we can see that we got 5% because one of our units was destroyed. But if we were to have our settlements raised, if we were to kill captives, lose favor with the gods, etc., we would gain even more progress. And this is one of the main mechanics of Achilles. You want to try and get towards a mood that you really, really want. So, for example, when we're doing a lot of fighting, we want to get to outrage because of all of this extra damage. But maybe if we're taking a more relaxed approach, we want to be indignant. Or if we want to just get all the favor from temples, we want to be grieving. Anyway, I'm going to move back to Battalion and start recruiting some guys. Let's replace the young spears, pick up a spearman, which is a medium unit, and also a slinger, because we don't have any ranged units except for our Aeginian javelin men. Now, what we want to do is go and attack Hisitea here, but we really need to have a bigger army for that, because they've got some walls and quite a big garrison. Of course, we are limited to only recruiting 3 units per time, or per turn. We're limited to only recruiting 3 units per turn. Or are we? What I'm going to do is I'm going to check in on Divine Will. I'm going to pick up Ares here. And we can see eager to fight, +1 to local recruitment capacity. And also morale of sword and axe units. We don't really have any sword and axe units. Sword or axe units, actually. But that recruitment capacity. So let's Hecatomb. Costs 500 food and gives us 70 favor with Ares. There we go. Now, the favor will decay 10 each turn. And we need to have 50 for him to be to have that local recruitment capacity. So we're gonna have 3 turns of recruitment total before we lose that. So things level up. Let's close that down. So let's add another spearman in there. Then we're also gonna... Nope, not diplomacy, not yet. I have plans for you diplomacy, but not yet. And I'm also gonna pick up some royal timber for extra wood, because wood we're gonna need for our buildings. And then in Alos, we're gonna pick up even more wood. Now, you can see here that we have only 60% key and influence. 60% is the limit for what is considered high influence. And we see here that we're going to lose 0.5 next turn. That means that we're going to go below 60% and we're going to lose our 50% or our 60% bonus high. Now, why is high influence important? Well, we have this building here, Logger's Tent. Logger's Tent gives 26 wood per turn. But if we have high influence, that gives us 34 wood. I now am misremembering if it's 34 extra or... I think it's 34 extra every turn. So having high influence is really good. But we're going to lose our high influence anyway. This building, Apprentice Fletcher, gives 37 wood per turn. So it's better than this one. But we lose influence in this province. Now, it's a mix-up whether or not I should do this. But since we're going to lose our high influence anyway, I feel like it's worth going for this. We can make up our influence once we pick up Fere, something like that, from the Magnetes over here. Right, so we're recruiting, we're doing good. We're going to check out Living Legend, I think in 2 turns. I sound annoyed? I don't sound annoyed. Do I? That's just the way I sound. Do I have resting bitch voice? Is that a thing? So we still have 60. So we have 2 turns of recruitment. Actually only 1 turn, because once this dips below, we're gonna not be able to do 4. So let's do this. And we should be able to see now that, yeah, Indignant, we're getting some extra Indignant progress because we're spending time garrisoned. You do not sound annoyed. Thank you. Oh, is the B word a bad word? You can say it on TV. They say it on... What have I been watching lately where they say it? I think they say it on Supernatural. We can say Blondie on TV? No, that word is banned. What are your real thoughts on this game? I mean, that's a really hilarious question because first off, it implies that I don't have real or that what I'm saying is not my real thoughts on the game because I work for the company. But second, it would also imply that if you ask me, I would just say something different. No, I think this game is really cool. I really enjoy playing it. The little time I have to play it, unfortunate that I don't have more time to play video games than I do. I just have a lot of games I have to keep up with. Okay. Can the AI use agents? Yes, and we will see that. So we're going to do one more turn of recruiting. We're going to be losing our respective status with Ares here. So I think we're only going to be able to get 3 out. So I'm going to pick up an Achilles slinger and 2 more spearmen. Yeah. Let's pick up a young spear just to check if that's actually going to be a thing. We're going to upgrade that. And there we go. How long is the loading in between turns? Well, you can see them here. That was a turn. So, Ares has gone down. We can see we lost the bonuses, which means we only got 3 of the units. Alright, I think it's time to attack the Elopians now, though. So, let's move out, and we can check out some of the stuff you guys wanted to see. Actually, we're going to have to wait one more turn, because I want 1 piece of siege equipment. So, let's continue siege. I have a feeling that there's an agent that's going to walk up to us right now. It's almost like I've played this already a fair bit. Like these first 10 turns, like a bunch of times. Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys wanted to see the details and equipment and everything. All right, we'll check out the skills after the battle because we're gonna get a skill up. But so, Achilles of Thea. His lineage is of Peleus and Thetis. So we can see here what those bonuses give him. He is an epic hero, which makes him immortal. He's a faction leader. It increases his rage generation, gives him extra morale, and increases the influence in whatever region he is in. He's a Homeric character, which means that he cannot be killed in a battle. He will just be wounded, take a couple of turns to recover, and then be back. It's very similar to the way legendary lords work in A Total War Warhammer. And he is a fighter, which gives him melee attack of all units in his army and extra damage versus heroes. So we're going to use him to fight some heroes. We can see here, this is the equipment that he starts with. We've got Peleus' spear, which increases morale of our own units and increases armor piercing damage of Achilles. And we got Thetis' ceremonial cup, which increases the food per turn from whatever region he is in, and also the growth of the local province. So those are the items he starts with. I think that's where we're gonna go with that. Total War Dungeons and Dragons, that would be really cool. Apparently no agent walked up this time. Well, it is a sandbox game after all. Alright, let's get into the battle. We got a pretty equal balance of power. I think it is slightly in my favor. If I lose this, well, that's going to be disappointing because I've been winning it every time so far. Alright, let's fight the battle. There is no family tree. This is not that kind of game. It's not what we wanted to go with for this for this game. This game doesn't really take place over as many years as a Three Kingdoms game, for example, can take place. All right, let's look over some of our units here. So here we've got the Aeginian runners. Looking very nice here. They haven't got shirts. Well, some of them haven't got shirts on. Here we got our spearmen with their cool, like, half-moon shields. Let's check out our young spears. Not really wearing any armor because they're a light unit. Mostly loincloth and onion hats. We got some Aeginian javelin men here. More clothes, but still some of them bare-chested. Although that guy has a shield on his chest. Cool painted shields there. And then we got our Achilles slingers. So we can see here, if you look very closely, the units with a special icon with that sort of sun in the background are the are special units, whereas these guys are more generic units that fairly any faction can get. How would you get more equipment? Fighting in battles, events, that sort of thing. It's called a breastplate. That's well, yeah, I guess it is. Let's see, where is he? It's not what I think of when I think breastplate. You know, I think more medieval European style. But you're completely right. That is a breastplate. Is this game released? No, it is coming out on August 13th for free for 24 hours on the Epic Game Store. All right, let's set up our assault here. So, I did a run where I tried to take my Aeginian javelin men because they have such high speed. I tried to run them up here and take this, but it didn't turn out very well. I lost a lot more units than I thought I would otherwise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take advantage of Achilles being really good at fighting enemy heroes to quickly dispose of those and break all of the enemy units. So we'll see if that works out for me. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. There we go. So we got our Ginian runners. We got our young spears on this side. Okay. We're gonna rush forward with our spearmen. Not great at attacks, but they have shields, so they're gonna be able to deal with some of the ranged attacks that are gonna be coming at us from the renowned slingers, javelin throwers, and bowmen. After they've moved out a bit, let's move our slingers forward. Our slingers are going to try and focus on the bowmen, I think. What's the range on our slingers? There we go. Let's see if I can maybe... really want to get the spears up on the walls. And then these guys to deal with the ranged units. The Aeginian javelin men can stay in the back. Our spearmen, they're disposable. I really don't want to lose champions of Pythia, or sorry, champions of Thea, Aeginian javelin men, and the Aeginian runners. Let's get some damage up there. These guys are shooting at the bowmen. So we'll let this take those down, and then we'll rush our spearmen in through the back.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
I really like Homer's voice. Homer's? Homer's voice. He's a good narrator. It's almost like he wrote a book. Oh crap, I forgot to move Achilles up. Whoops! I need him to run in and take out Elops as quickly as possible.
Your warriors are attacking the gates.
Yeah, I know. I would really like the javelins to come in and do some damage here. Alright, let's move in. Really want to be on the inside of these walls. Come on, Achilles. Let's go and kill Elops. Someone asked what if I could take more of a look at the maps. Let's do that. Let's remove the interface. So this is the city. I think it's a province capital that we're attacking. So we got walls here. Then we got an impassable thing here that you can't attack. We got more of that here, but got some roads up here. So the one gate is here. We've got a sort of roads up into the middle here. Here's the primary capture point, which is generally part of every Total War Siege map. Got more walls here, but no gates. You would have to climb over those. That would take some time. More impassable terrain. More walls, no gates. Here we have 2 gates, one here and one here. More walls, so you could attack from this side if you would prefer to. Of course, if I were to defend this, I would try and put some units up here, some ranged units to shoot you as you come in through this side, and also up here. I think once we launch multiplayer for this game, I think multiplayer battles in sieges could be a lot of fun.
Your hero.
Come on, Achilles. Get in there. Kill Elops. I'm gonna activate Vanquish, which gives me charge bonus and speed, just to make him move a little bit faster. It doesn't require any rage and only has a 40-second cooldown. So I feel okay with quote-unquote wasting it. Can I get my spearman in there a little bit better? Yeah, you heavily ranged champions of Thea, you can chase the Aeginian runners, while you can chase the javelin throwers, while the Aeginian javelin men try and attack them. I'll see if that works. Okay, let's move these back a bit, and let's see, 6 seconds on that. Have you come down a bit. Let's take out these sword skirmishers. Go.
Are losing heart.
Well, the light swordsmen are broken. That's fine. Let's get our javelin men down on the ground. And come on. We'll activate more Vanquish, which of course is not just for Achilles, but also for all allies in range. So we're getting some extra bonuses here. Very nice. Let's get you down. Come on, bro. All right, let's get around. Oh my god, this is a cluster here. Right in front of this. Move back, okay? Please. Okay. Don't want to be outflanked here, so let's try and move our young spears back. There we go. Hades has claimed the enemy hero, so let's go and try and kill Cretheus? Cretheus? Hey, we've captured the gates. They shouldn't be attacking us anymore. Let's get those 2 to kill those guys. Ooh. Taking a lot more damage. I got caught in that gate a lot more than I would have wanted. Not great. And a little bit embarrassing, gonna be honest. There we go. Let's take these guys back. Out here. Oh my god. Well, not as great as I would have wanted it. As long as we have Achilles, we can probably do fine, though. Let's throw some javelins in there. Oh my god. Yeah, getting caught in that that doorway, not great.
Your warriors are rallying.
I can't believe this is looking like this. Let's chase after him. If we kill Cretheus, then we will for sure win this. Well, this is not the damage I wanted to take, but hey. Come on. Chase him. Don't get surrounded.
Now you die.
Well, you are surrounded. I keep talking and making mistakes while I'm talking. Can you just wanted him to die?
You are about to capture the
How have you not killed the slingers yet? What the hell? Oh, please run. You know what? That was terrible. Let me redo that. What the hell? What's my favorite 40k army? Tau. I think. Is Tau the one with the cool mechs? That's the one I like. Things don't always work out great when you're talking and doing things at the same time. Okay, I also changed up my my strategy there a bit. And I don't think that worked out in my favor. So, let's do it like I did the first time, when you guys couldn't see it. I think I also have a slightly different army, but who cares? Okay. Now, let's do this. Well, we're gonna keep our light units in the back still. Because our spearmen have shields, so they're gonna be good to take all the arrow damage that we're gonna be seeing. Damn it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send up the spearmen on the walls this time. Because I find them to be more disposable. They die slower. Go. You focus on the slingers. And Achilles can get in much faster this time once the door is down. That's good. Get you to the front as well. Those in there.
Your ladders have a foothold on their walls.
Okay, and then get Achilles to the front so he can run in there as soon as the walls or the gates are down. These guys are doing their thing. Not a huge fan of slingers as a unit in general, especially not in sieges. I feel like they don't do too much damage. Let's get those in there and those up there.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
We'll get those up there and those up there. Although they're better than javelins when it comes to sieges. The javelins I feel have more use on the ground. Of course these are just my opinions and I am far from the best at the game. As you have noticed already, I make I make no mistake in saying that I am a very average Total War player. But I was not hired for my gaming skills. It would have been very sad if I was, because I've got none. Okay, now, there we go. Make them faster when they move in. Then we move the slingers closer. There we go. Let's get our spears around here. Fantastic. This time's going much better. Yeah, the javelins are already out. Let's...
You are about to capture the gates.
Good. These guys go for the islanders. Let's see if we can't attack the bowmen. And we'll take the slingers to attack the slingers. That seems useful.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Yeah, it's just one unit though. It's fine. Let's do some more buffing. There we go. He's broken, but I want him dead. There we go. The bowmen are done. We can surround the young spears. Let's get these guys down now.
You have captured the gates.
Perfect. Gates are captured. That's always a good thing. Oh, come on. Run after him. That's not a good use of your time. Let's have you go against Crethus instead. Can we... Oh, they're running there. It's fine, I guess.
Have been routed.
Bum. Okay. He's got some units left, but it's not too bad. These guys are gonna recover for sure. Let's see if we can't get our javelin men in there.
Your warriors are rallying.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna send you guys to this side. These guys are running, so I'll send all of you to this side. Okay, the runners are done. Is there anyone still left here? They might come back, but we'll move this way anyway. We can always turn around.
You have captured the enemy tower.
Okay, Crethus is dying slowly. We'll pull up Vanquish and Aristea. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Let's have you go for that guy. Oh, hello. He did come back a little bit. Fortunately, Jinin Javelin Men should be able to deal with those. Let's have our slingers move that way. Speed up a bit. Hopefully we can at least kill one of them. Can I get around more? Oh, I really need to get around this end. Stop skirmishing. There's like 3.5 guy left. Come on, just kill him.
Victory is close enough to taste.
There we go. They lost their general. They're gonna break very, very soon. Oh, really? did you survive? Okay, you go against those young spears.
The enemy is trying to capture the gates.
Are they? Or are they just standing there? It's gonna be a Cadmean victory for sure, but I'm okay with that. I don't really have much to use the slingers for. I don't know if this is the right place, but hey. Come on. Show me blood. They're going up on the walls, huh? We can deal with that. Are you gonna kill that guy yet? That might not be the best option, honestly. Let's go for those guys instead. There we go. Come on, there's like no units left. There we go, finally victory. Okay. Ah. Okay, we're gonna occupy this.
My might only grows.
So, let's talk about living legend. So, Achilles strives to be acknowledged as a living legend among warriors. He constantly seeks worthy opponents to face in glorious battle. The fame of Achilles' godlike strength entices warriors to join his ranks and spreads Thea's influence across the land. So currently, there is doubt that Achilles is truly a living legend. If we can defeat all of the challengers that we have, we gain reduced upkeep to all units. We gain extra units for instant recruitment. We gain influence, and that is faction-wide for all of our settlements. Now, you might have seen a pop-up. Ellipse was one of our challengers. We're going to be confronting Eumelus and Ajax to try and really become a living legend. To do that, I'm going to recruit... nothing crazy, just one more turn, and then we'll take a look at maybe confronting some people. Then we have rank 2 for Achilles, so we have the option of going into Frenzy, which gives us the Frenzy ability. Plus 30% weapons damage, minus 200% attack interval, so we attack much faster and much harder, but we lose a bunch of stamina. And of course, Frenzy can be upgraded to give the same bonuses, but have a slightly smaller stamina penalty. Or we can go with Blood of Heracles. It's a Blood of Heracles is an ability that gives you melee attack and also provides rage. Now, we don't have any abilities that uses rage yet, but we are going to get them later. So getting rage from Blood of Heracles is a great ability. And I think we're going to go for that. Blood of Heracles can also be upgraded into giving extra speed when activated, or giving even more melee attack. Reduced cooldown is what it does. I misread. So instead of having 90-second cooldown, you can have it as a 60-second cooldown. So you can get a bunch of rage. And of course, Achilles is one of the few heroes that just passively generates rage in battle. I think he's the only one. So you will get a lot of rage with Blood of Heracles. So you're going to be able to use a ton of abilities. Okay, so I'm going to pick Blood of Heracles. And turn. Blondie, will the hero look different if you equip a different weapon? I think so, yeah. There are some different variants in both in armor and weapons, I believe. And I think most, if not all, heroes can also equip a mount, which is a chariot. All right, so we have some units here. I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident. You know, I shouldn't, but hey, Eumelos, you are over here. I'm gonna confront you. So, because we've defeated one of the rivals and we have a much greater army, Eumelos has retracted his statement that we are not great. So Achilles' rival turns a deathly pale as soon as he hears his challenge, then mutters a quick prayer under his breath. He immediately reconvenes his fellow soldiers to declare deference to Achilles, sensibly recognizing him before the gods as the mightiest warrior the world has ever known. So, we can see him here now. Eumelos has been defeated and backed down. Ajax, how about you? You're down here. How do you feel? Achilles stands alone. Achilles has proven to gods and mortals alike that he is indeed a living legend. No challenger No challenger dares dispute his claims and are all in awe of his valor. From Achaea to Anatolia, soldiers speculate about the divine origins of the hero's invincibility. So we are now a living legend. We're currently renowned as the world's greatest warrior. Now, this doesn't mean that these will be the only challengers. If you continue on, you might see people try to challenge your claims. But people recognize me as great right now. We'll see how long that lasts. Let me just say that last time it did not it did not last super long. But it has opened up to us recruitment of special units. As we can see here, extra units for instant recruitment. We can see here special recruitment. We now have available to us Aegean runners and Thean spears. Now Thean spears costs bronze, which makes them very good, but also 24 bronze per unit of Thean spears. We only make 42 per turn, so they are very expensive. And these guys, the Aegean runners, they cost bronze to recruit, but they don't have an upkeep of bronze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some Aegean runners instead of our spearmen. Let's merge those units. How many can I have, you think? It's there we go. So we can have 2 more Aegean runners. They're pretty good. And we can also pick up some Thean spears. They're slow, heavyweight class. They're 37 speed, but they're really good front lines, and we're going to need some front lines. We can only get 1. So we're going to pick up 1. Because we don't have enough bronze. Well, we could... I don't have the production to have more. I could have traded for it, but maybe if we pick up a bronze element, say this one produces bronze, then we could probably get some more of these guys, the Thean spears. I'm gonna wait one more turn before we move on to Cerinthos. Can you duel like in Three Kingdoms? No, that is not the same in this game. Some heroes have a divine challenge ability, which forces another hero to fight against them. So you can force someone into battle for a limited time, but it's not like a duel in Three Kingdoms. So we can see here that we got a non-aggression pact offer from Lycomedes. But we can see that he really wants this, so maybe we can get some bronze out of him. I don't know how much. He doesn't actually have any bronze, so never mind. Maybe we can get some wood out of him. Yeah, wood seems like a good idea. Like 200? 150? 145? 44? 143 wood. Single barter, sure. Is Ajax in the game? We just defeated Ajax. Now, Podarkes here really doesn't like us. He wants a non-aggression pact, but he wants me to give him a bunch of stuff for it. Counteroffer? No. Didn't actually have to press all those buttons. I just could have pressed no. I just wanted to see how much he didn't want that. So it feels like it's this guy, right? Of the Thessalians? Let me... Yeah, it was the Thessalians. I feel like they might be coming to attack us soon. They really don't like us. Because we've had a war with them before. Okay. That is, of course, in the story. Let's move on Cerinthos. We're not fully replenished, but I feel like no time like the present, right?
Slaughter them.
And there are no walls here.
Kill them all.
Let's encircle them. Will this game have multiplayer on launch? No. If you go and check out the dev blog from last week, on Wednesday, then you can see a roadmap for Troy, where we show when we're aiming for Amazons, multiplayer, mod support, all of the things we're planning for Troy. And there's also a lot of information about Troy in general. So I highly suggest checking that out for Troy. But also there's information about Three Kingdoms, future DLC, Nanman is coming. And also for Warhammer 2, Wood Elf are coming. How much of Anatolia does this game cover? Mostly just the coast. So I think it's like this. I think this is just impassable mountains. Something like that. Please explain influence. So influence is something you have in your provinces. So we can see here that the Achaeans, which is what Achilles is, Achaean Achilles, yep, has 56.0% influence. We can see that our influence is growing. Then there is Aeolian influence and Pelasgian influence. Now the Pelasgians are growing, the Aeolians are reducing, and that is the influence of this province. So we have Ferae here. And they're doing their own weird stuff. These the Magnates in Ferae are doing their own weird stuff, which is causing probably reducing their influence there, which is causing the Pelasgians to come in. But having high influence over 60% can give you various bonuses. For example, this Loggers Camp gives extra wood, plus 60 wood per turn when you have high influence bonus. And you can see that it's grayed out now because I don't have it. So if I were to get my Achaean influence up, I would get even more wood from this province. Yeah, it's kind of like religion or culture in Rome 2, I suppose. I played so little Rome 2. I've too much. I have to spend too much time keeping up with Warhammer 2, Three Kingdoms, and Troy and Elysium as well to to play the older games. It's sad, but unfortunate. Do we get to see Achilles' cousin in the game? I don't know who Achilles' cousin is. Who would win in a fight, Lubu or Achilles? Well, by the time Lubu is around, Achilles has been dead for 1,500 years. 1,700 years, whatever. Something like that. So, probably Lubu. Also, if we go by novels, man, that's a hard question. By novels, it would probably be a stalemate. I mean, it's you know the the philosophical question about the immovable object being hit by the unstoppable force. Lubu versus Achilles is just unstoppable force versus an unstoppable force. What happens? Patroclus. I don't know. I don't know if he's in the game. Wait, no, he is, I think. No, I think we've answered this before. Patroclus is in the game. How long is the stream going to be? I think we're about to wrap up very soon.
Bring their deaths.
You said in another stream that there is an event. Thank you. Not played enough Achilles. I'm just going to auto-resolve this so we can move on, get some stuff, because there's one more thing I want to show before we end the stream. Well, I think he is dead.
Take it over. I am
There we
unstoppable.
go. We gained the daring trait. Campaign movement range. Nice. We've secured Elopia and we've destroyed the Elopians. Nice. Let's see. Let's get growth in this province. And we only lost like one unit. Still can't afford any of those. Oh. Last time they had a military building here so I could recruit good units. Not this time, I guess. Okay, let's see. We also leveled up again. Let's take a look at level 3 for Achilles. So we got Arn by Hephaestus. That gives us plus 60 melee damage for Achilles. Can he be upgraded to give plus 50 melee damage to sorry. Yeah, so we'll give plus 50 extra melee damage during sieges and choke point battles, or plus 50 melee damage during land and ambush battles. So those are the two upgrades you can get. So if you do a lot of siege and choke point battles, you can do extra damage. Or we can have Way of Ares. Now Way of Ares gives plus 5 melee attack of Achilles, and can be upgraded to gain an extra plus 100%, or not plus 100%, plus 100 melee damage of Achilles versus sword, or plus 100 melee damage of Achilles versus spears. It's pretty good upgrades there. I'm gonna go with Arn by Hephaestus because I like it. Okay, let's, whoops, that's not the one. We've done all that. Good. What are choke point battles? They're a new type of battle. Well, I don't know if they're a new type of battle. They're a type of battle in Troy. So, the Thessalians have decided to attack. And so have the Magnetes. And he's just gonna go straight up and take Alice from me, isn't he? Yep. And here's the thing. If you're the greatest warrior in the land, people are gonna want to fight you. Have you read Romance of the Three Kingdoms? No, I tried. It's an old book, man. It's a really old book.
Son of a goddess and a king. Organize a watch rota.
Okay, I think... Yeah, so, here we go. We got our first epic mission for Achilles. So every night as Achilles lay in slumber, ruinous dreams tormented him with ill omens. Fitful dreams visit you each evening, disturbing your sleep with visions of bloody battles and murderous men that fade away at dawn's first light. You resolve to seek out your old mentor, Chiron of the horseman tribes, who lives in seclusion in the caves of Mount Pelion. If one man can make sense of these portents, it is the wise tribesman who raised you as a son. There we go. So that's the first epic mission for Achilles. And of course, if we want to get a Homeric victory for Achilles, we need to complete all the steps of Achilles' epic mission chain. There are 12 of them. And we also need to make sure that we've destroyed or confederated Hector, Troy, and Paris of Troy. And also reached rank 27 with Achilles. Let's see. Have you read the Iliad? I read parts of the Iliad many, like 15, 20 years ago. I think I've read more. I read the Odyssey, parts of the Odyssey. I know I read about the Cyclops. Have you read the IKEA catalog? Yes, many times actually. You said to watch the TV show. Yes, I've started watching the TV show, Romance of or I think it's just called Three Kingdoms, the 2010 one. It's really good. I suggest you watch it. Does Epic Mission lead to some great events? Well, you'll have to see. August 13th. It's free. What's the max rank for characters? I think 20, somewhere between 25 and 30. I want to say 27. I think it is 27. It's 14 times 2 plus minus 1. I think, yeah, 27, I think. Is this out? No. August 13th. It will be free on the Epic Game Store. 24 hours. What's my favorite era of history? Oh, that's a really hard one. I don't really have a favorite era of history. Can right now be one? It's a pretty cool era right now. Like if you take a step back and think about it, right now is pretty damn cool. I mean, just what am I doing right now? I'm sitting in a building that is, I mean, it's as big as a castle. And I'm using, I don't know how would you explain what I'm doing right now to a caveman? It's amazing. What's the purple spear icon? It is Achilles' spear. It's an item he has. Just want to say I spent all of last semester studying ancient and archaic Greece, so I'm hella excited for this. I'm glad. KO, I believe so, yes. I believe the answer is yes, because he has a weapon. I guess I could choose none, but that won't really change anything. I don't have another weapon to show. Oh, hey. Oh, whoops. So I guess we got a bunch of, because I removed the ancillary. Whoops. We got a bunch of indignant. I wonder if I can force indignant.
I am a legend.
Are you still doing a mega stream on the 13th? That's the plan. Yeah, I didn't say 2020 was amazing. 2020 can you know, go away. But right now, this era, the information era, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty cool.
Beyond compare.
See if I can just skip forward a few. What time will it be released? We generally never reveal the exact time beforehand, just in case something goes wrong. There we go. Indignant is going up 90%. I think we should be at 100% next turn. Your favorite period of history is end times. um, keep an eye on our socials or on the stream. We will be live when it releases, and so we will let you know exactly when. How is it free? It's free because we were able to partner up with Epic Games to make sure that here we go. So the game we're able to give away the game for free because we were able to partner up with the Epic Games Store to give it away for free in exchange for other things. So here we have what happens when Achilles' blood boils up and he gets into a mood swing. Achilles is now feeling indignant from perceived slights to his name. He is attempting to soothe his mood through great feasts, which will please the local population but negatively affect diplomacy. You may choose to let his indignation run its course or dull its impact with an offering. So here we can see, allow Achilles to indulge in his indignation. We will allow 8 turns of bitter indignancy, which will give happiness to the province that he's in. And 8 turns of improved resources throughout the faction, but it reduces our influence. And then we also are going to have some diplomatic issues. If we soothe Achilles' mood with an offering, we lose some food. I mean, we could do that, and some stone. Do the weapons and armor have a durability rating? No. That would be a really annoying game mechanic, I think. I mean, I haven't tried it, but that sounds really annoying. Let's see if there are any more good questions in chat. How are you? I'm doing good. That's a very good question. How much will it cost when it isn't free? I don't know. Let's allow Achilles to indulge in his indignancy. There we go. Talk to the hand, because the face ain't having it. Is there cross-player between multiplayer and Epic Store and Steam? That will have to wait until we are about to release it on Steam to answer. How many factions / lords are in the game in total? So we have 8 playable factions when we release. 4 Danans, or Greeks, which Achilles is part of, and 4 Trojans. We've done, if you go to totalwar.com, you can see a list of all of them, but and a lot of their information. But it is Achilles, Menelaus, Agamemnon, and Odysseus on the Danan side. And then there is Hector of Troy, Paris of Troy, their cousin Aeneas, and Sarpedon on the Trojan side. Is the game world flat or a sphere? Well, that is a very good question, but I mean, it's in terms of the game, it's flat because you can't go more west than this or more east than this. Philosophically, I'd say it's a sphere, but the map is flat. Yes, the Amazons are coming in September as per the roadmap. That is, of course, barring any issues, but that's when we're planning it, and it will be free for on Total War Access. What's my favorite Total War game? Ooh, I really like Three Kingdoms, but this one is coming up there. Let's see. Last question. When is this free on Epic? Sure, let's make that last question. I've said it a bunch of times, but I'm going to say it again. August 13th, the game will release. When it releases, it will be free for 24 hours. You go, you buy it for $0, and you get to keep it forever. It's not you only get to have it for 24 hours, you get to keep it forever. So you can get it, and then you can go and play it immediately, or you can wait 4 months, or you can wait 4 years. And you will still have it as long as you have access to your account. I think that's where we're going to end this. Thank you all for watching. It's been great. I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to take a look at Aeneas, the cousin of Hector and Paris. And he's kind of crazy because he hears voices and stuff. He can speak to the dead, or so he says. And then the day after that, in a week, on the 13th, the game releases. So we're going to do an Odysseus mega stream. I'm going to be here for about 4 hours streaming. That's mega for us. And hopefully I'm going to get some dev friends to join me via the internet. So, thank you all again for watching. I will see you next week. Goodbye.